how you can make a complete turkey dinner with all the fixings. Get this in just one pot. Elizabeth Darnell is the author and inventor of Gloria's one-pot meal. She's been with us before, and this morning she's here cooking up a turkey dinner. This looks like a great idea.
You know, it's so easy when you don't have to spend the entire day in the kitchen, and you're not feeding an army and having to deal with leftovers of turkey.
So this would be ideal for maybe a couple of people. Say it's just you and your husband, or just a small family.
Or even if you have 4 or 6 people, this would work out really well.
You can do that too?
Oh, yes.
I like this idea, even when it's not Thanksgiving. The concept of what you do is awesome, but I mean, this is a great meal for any
It's a great meal, and in fact, kids love this.
Okay.
My kids will eat this up. Okay, so the very first thing, as always with any of my recipes, is just to give a quick spray.
So nothing sticks? You got a Dutch oven type, everything's going to go in here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, all I've done here is I've taken some lemon and some pecans or almonds, or not almonds, walnuts, cranberries, some white pepper, orange marmalade, and a little bit of broth, and I've run it through this little food processor here.
Okay.
And just that's going to make our dressing.
All of that dumped in here. This is the dressing you'll use. So you've already done that.
I've already done that.
Okay.
And this is a piece of turkey tenderloin that I just picked up at.
Could you use anything? Do you need to use a tenderloin?
You don't need to use a tenderloin, but it's best if you use something that's boneless. You can use turkey breast or anything you want.
It's easier if it's a boneless piece.
It's easier because you don't have that much space in your pot.
Okay. All right.
So now we're going to pour some of this onto our turkey, about half of it more or less. And this is going to kind of get a little glaze type effect on our turkey.
Keep it nice and moist.
Yep. And now these are just pearl onions, and I've used frozen ones because it's so much easier to do.
Just buy them frozen like that?
Just buy them frozen. They're already peeled.
Yeah. Could you use just a regular onion and chop it up?
Absolutely.
Or do you like these? Okay.
Absolutely. I just think pearl onions are pretty for this holiday feel.
They are.
And then this is just sweet potato that I'm just
going to layer these. Now, I know you've done the research on this and you've tried this. Is the layering key? And do you have to eat the meat on the bottom, then softer things, because you don't want certain things to get mushy on the bottom, right?
Exactly. Well, the meat should be on the bottom, and I'm not exactly sure why it works, but I think the denser things cook better on the bottom.
Okay.
So I'll go meat and then root vegetables and with aromatics on the bottom. And so we put our root vegetables in there, potatoes.
Okay. Oh, and now you're going to use more.
And now we're going to cover it with the rest of our sauce. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that.
Okay.
And now we're going to put in, these are just some crimini mushrooms that I'm just going to thickly slice. And we're just going to drop them in.
Layer those on next.
Because I think mushrooms just add a wonderful dimension to any meal.
Yes, they do. They're yummy. Okay, so you're going to layer those on.
Throw these in here. One more. And it doesn't matter, you can use as many or as few as you'd like. And the last thing we're going to put in here are some green beans. And you can use peas. I chose green beans because green bean casserole is just such a staple for Thanksgiving.
Now, as you're finishing this up, I know you're going to put one more thing on top.
This is sage.
Oh, and that's going to give it all just good flavor. And you always put like the herb, whatever you're going to use, right on top.
I like to, because then you don't have to deal with chopping it or anything like that. A last spray on the lid, and now we're good to go into a 450-degree oven.
That's the key, is the really hot. Now, I know people are thinking, okay, well, how's this different from a crock pot? You're putting it all together, but you definitely taste something different.
Exactly.
When you do it at a high temperature like this. Things don't get, like my husband likes to say, if you put all the vegetables in the crock pot, they all get mushy.
It's true.
That doesn't happen.
None of this is going to get mushy. In fact, here's what our finished plate looks like. Let me flip this around here so we can actually see what the meat looks like. And you can see that everything is flash cooked. So
it's flat. Okay, so how long did you say that stayed in?
So this is going to stay in about 40 to 45 minutes.
So not that long, like a
not that long,
day.
exactly.
You got the meat, you layered it all out.
Right. So here's our turkey, and we have some pecans on top, and then we have our sweet potatoes. These are our onions and our mushrooms, and of course our green beans.
And then you can add some more sauce.
And we have our gravy. This came out from the bottom of the pot. So
there you go. What a great idea for any time of the year, but really easy for Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You should mention your book too, because you've got a lot of different recipes.
Absolutely.
Tell me what it's called again.
Glorious One Pot Meals.
Okay.
And the website is gloriousonePotmeals.com, and the recipe is up.
Oh, good. Nice to see you today.
Good to see you too.